Hey everyone, it's Merja here. Good to be here with you today. I am very excited to get into today's live Q&A. We have quite a lot of questions today, so I'm thinking we might just jump straight into it if that works for you. So first question today. I find it hard to control my anger sometimes when I think it is unfair people can get away with being inconsiderate and rude. I'm wondering how INFX types can better handle our anger. Well, first of all, well done for recognizing that this is an issue with anger that you're having. Most INF types, unfortunately, don't recognize that they have anger, or even more to the point, acknowledge that anger is a very understandable and fair emotion to have. So it's really important that we understand that feeling angry is completely okay. It's completely okay to feel angry. So there's nothing wrong with that. What I would say, though, is when somebody's rude and they can get away with being inconsiderate, there are actually different ways of dealing with it. And if you can understand in those situations that that person is either hurting or they're behaving from their inner child's perspective, then that in and of itself gives you an opportunity to say, hey, how would I set boundaries in the situation with a child who's hurting? And then you go ahead and you do that. So for example, somebody's being inconsiderate and rude. You could say something like, hey, what's going on for you? Are you okay? Like, is this, what's happening for you right now? Because you seem like you're under a lot of pressure. So that's something that's just common compassion actually usually breaks these kinds of cycles. So I don't want you to feel like you should control your anger. What I'd like to see is I'd like to change your anger into like the superpower of care and compassion, and understand that you're angry. Yeah, well, the person who's rude is also angry. So you actually have somewhere to meet. So who's going to be the grown up and say, hey, what's going on for you? Is there something I can help you with? And that just disarms the whole situation. So that's what I would recommend. I also understand that that's not going to be the right answer for some of you. Some of you are going to feel like my answer is bullshit. and that's fine. That's totally fine, because the thing is that we all have a different way of wanting to deal with things and a different like practiced abilities. Like, it's easy for me to say, hey, what's going on for you, and not get triggered by somebody else's inconsideration or rudeness. The thing about it is that you don't have to take it personally. It says so much more about the other person than it says about you. So my question to you would be, why do you take it personally? Why are you feeling like you have to be the police of the world? Could you be the person who understands and empathizes? Is that an option? So I'd like to invite you to put your comments into the comment section. Any kind of clarifying questions, anything else that you want to bring to this conversation. That's what I would say. The best way to handle your anger is to understand that, there are times to get angry, but if you haven't set boundaries to direct the situation into a direction that's right for you, then you getting angry is a real place of disempowerment, unfortunately, in that situation. And you're looking to power yourself through the anger, which is completely understandable. Please don't think that, like, I don't want to hear that I'm, that I'm criticizing people here. I'm not. These are just observations, and this is a question that's been posed to me, so I'm answering it the best way that I think is going to give you the most ability to grow. If you still feel really angry in those situations, just pull away from the situation and just have a chat with your inner children and just say, hey, why are you feeling so, like, what's going on for you? Why are you feeling so angry? What about the situation is it that you're actually having a challenge with? And then attend to that inner child.